In a time when the people of the world, desperate and suppressed by the monotony of daily life, needed saving the most, two unlikely heroes emerged. With mics in hand and jokes aplenty, the heroes set out to entertain the world, and a podcast was born. You are now listening to Chopping It Up.
Hello and welcome back to episode 10 of Chopping It Up. We are happy that you are still with us for this journey. And just a reminder, if you want to check us out on the podcast channel at choppodcast.podbean.com or follow us on Instagram, Chop Podcast. That's one word, Chop Podcast on Instagram. So Jeff, what do we have in store for today?
We're gonna kick it back to a lot of our original segments. We're gonna have a full episode, so it should be a lot of fun.
Went a little off the grid last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're bringing it back to the roots. We're just a lot to talk about.
And so let's jump right in. Off the cuff.
I'll start.
You want to start?
Because I kind of have two. If you're okay with that, we've done it before.
It's fine.
I'm just gonna do it anyway, whether you're okay with it or not. So my first one is. I frequently bring my phone into the bathroom when I am going to participate in an extended stay. And I tend to explore Instagram, and I follow Barstool, as I know you do. In case you guys didn't know, Frankie's a big stoolie.
Of course.
And, Barstool, they post,
you don't love them.
They post a lot of really cringeworthy videos.
They do.
I'm sure you've seen all of them, basically. Just one that I thought of is they posted recently a video of a guy like trying to dive off of his balcony over a railing.
Off the top straight into the patio.
Yeah, try to jump into a pool, land straight down on the patio.
It wasn't even close.
I don't want to see that. And then, there was that phase they were going through where everybody was hitting their friends with the golf carts.
Oh, yeah, that was...
running their friends over. First of all, if you've ever been in a golf cart, if you got fucking run over by a golf cart...
That's so messed up.
It's so messed up. And, they posted another one where, a guy snapped his leg from being run over.
Sometimes they do the rope swing videos where the people they forget that you need to let go of the rope when you're over the water.
All right, you're a sports channel. I don't want to see this crap.
It's content.
I know. They've expanded their media net, but I don't want to see people getting hurt like that. That's just nasty.
And that is fair, and I agree with you. But you know what the thing is? There are some absolute sickos out there that love that kind of stuff.
There are people who intentionally Google the Kevin Ware leg injury.
They love it.
Yeah,
and so that. They're appealing to that kind of crowd.
I know. I don't want to see it. It makes me want to unfollow Barstool because I won't do it. But
Well, in a few years we'll be bigger than Barstool, so it won't matter.
Keep tuned
and
stay tuned. Whatever you want to say.
Tuned.
How do you say it
in
the industry?
Yeah. And so what's your second?
Oh, you're gonna let me do two at once?
Yeah, let's go two for one deal.
So
we love those deals.
This one's short. And it just comes as a product of moving into an apartment complex and starting to meet some of the neighbors. And I feel bad, but it's just really frustrating and annoying when people don't quite catch social cues.
Okay.
You see me in a rush or, you see that I don't want to stand and have a conversation. And
you just try to give the wave, and you try to keep walking.
I'm not trying to make best friends in the apartment complex. Hey, how's it going? And I'm on my way. And there was one individual, and I can tell that he is very lonely and is just trying to make friends. And that's I sympathize with him. But
you just have so many
But yesterday,
you don't have to worry about it.
He's a
some of us
are
guy.
blessed.
Yeah.
But I brought the garbage down to the dumpster. And I'm just going back to eat dinner. I just brought the garbage out real quick before I was gonna eat. And this guy is stopping me to talk, and I didn't really give him the time of day. I was friendly. I did the niceties. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? How's your mother? That kind of stuff. And he just kept talking, and he's on the ground floor, and I went up on a balcony. Like, I walked up, turned my back to him, walked up the stairs, and I'm on the balcony above him, but it's open to the air. And the guy is still talking to me as I'm on the balcony above him. And I'm like, man, like, get the hint. Like,
You know what you gotta do?
I didn't stop.
You gotta just throw headphones on, even if you're not listening to anything. So that way you can give the wave and keep walking like you're just listening to music.
I feel like he'd come and pull him out of my ear.
That'd be
But
a bold move.
it's like, I sympathize. I'm all for being friendly, but you need to recognize when people don't want to stop and have a conversation and just be like, okay, have a good night. Like,
Absolutely.
Like, address them, acknowledge that they're your neighbor, be friendly, but don't drag it on.
But when you try to make that move to get out of the conversation,
let them get out.
just say, okay, have a good one. I'll see you
If they
around.
go to another floor of the apartment building,
Yeah,
maybe that's time to cut it.
That might be the sign. If
Yeah.
they just keep walking.
So that's just.
So that was a nice
I've been
little,
dealing with that over
That was
the
a nice
past
little
couple
2
days.
for 1 there.
Yeah.
So my off the cuff this week is pretty quick, simple, and it's just something that really has bothered me for a while. Really gets under my skin, probably for no reason. But at Moe's the other day, that was one of the restaurants that I did a nice little food review on. And so I'm at Moe's, and Moe's, you go down the line, you order what you want on your bowl or your burrito or your quesadilla, whatever you're getting. And so they ask me, do you want this? Do you want this? And I'll say, yes, I'll have this, or yes, I want this, which I think are pretty normal verbs and verbs that should be used when you're ordering food. And then you get those people that all they can say is, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. Like, have you ever heard this?
Yeah. I'll do the black beans.
Yeah. So the Moe's worker will ask, do you want beans? And what kind of meat do you want? They'll say, oh, I'll do the pinto and the ground beef. And then it goes down the line. Yeah, so I'll do a little lettuce, I'll do a little tomato, I'll do a little. And, I'm not trying to be like a 6th grader, but like, first of all, that's not the right verb at all. You don't want to be doing any tomatoes. You don't want to be doing avocado.
Well, I mean, maybe. But
Or guac. Maybe. I don't know.
some people.
Maybe American Pie like 4. They'd go to that.
Switch to avocados to try to connect with the younger crowd.
Yeah, the hip crowd.
Avocado toast.
Yeah, but it's just the wrong verb, and that's just my pet peeve. There is just you'll either have it or you want that to eat because you're going to be eating that. You're not like, okay, great, you'll do the lettuce. What? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
When did this phase arrive? And it's something that really it's starting to become pretty widespread.
Yeah.
And it really bothers me for no reason.
You're definitely not alone on that. One time I got yelled at. Well, I would say sternly talked to, but she actually did kind of yell a little bit.
Talk too loudly.
Yeah. By one of my coworkers because I read a phone number out loud to her. And I said, 907 or whatever the number is. And she goes, it's not O, it's 0. It's not a letter, it's a number. And I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. But, it really...
I never really thought about
got under
that.
her skin.
But yeah.
And she said, I hate when people say, oh, 077.
Accuracy is key when you're speaking.
I guess, but, it's understood.
Yeah.
But, there's a
kinda,
lot of things out there like that.
But
I get you.
That's just one for me that I always hear that, and I'm just like, oh God, it really rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And so moving on, last week, Jeff, I debuted my Chop Move of the Week. I know it had been a long time coming.
Yeah.
I'm probably the OG Chop. That's not self-proclaimed.
You introduced the word to the friend group.
Not self-proclaimed though. It was just kind of given to me.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to win the Chop Move of the Week, but, I'm really starting to hit my stride now. I got Chop Move of the Week again this week.
Yeah.
And this one is...
I'm anxious to hear this.
This one, you'll have to rate this one compared to last week. This will be a good...
What was last week's again?
So last week was I was testing water, stopped to test water. At the stop, I'm taking a leak, and... I dropped my phone out of my hand while I'm taking a leak into the toilet while I'm peeing in the toilet.
Still works. We're okay.
And it took me a few seconds to figure out what had happened before I even reached in there to grab the phone out. So this week, I'm eating dinner last night in the kitchen. My whole family's there. I'm going into the refrigerator to grab some salad dressing out. And the salad dressing is in this slot with like 4 other salad dressings.
Yeah.
A Coors Light. I don't even know why there's a Coors Light in there, to be honest.
Does anyone in your family even drink?
No, I don't really know. I have no idea why that was in there.
Not Coors, at least.
I didn't even see it, to be honest, because there were so many like salad dressings, this is precisely the problem. They were all stuffed into this one little what's the word? Whatever.
Shelf?
Kind of shelf, yes, I guess.
Compartment?
Compartment, yes. Perfect word. Compartment, and there's a little piece of plastic there. And I go to pick the salad dressing up out of the compartment, and it gets stuck to the plastic,
like the
separator.
guard that keeps
the
it
plastic
in there,
separator. And I proceed to rip the plastic separator out with the salad dressing, which then causes all of the salad dressings and the beer to fall out of the refrigerator straight onto the ground. The beer bottle breaks and the glass goes everywhere. No, swear to God. Glass goes everywhere in the kitchen. At this point, a few of the salad dressings were, they were glass.
Don't tell me they broke.
Those broke.
Oh.
Salad dressing is all over the kitchen
just
floor.
gross.
There was about 4 different sauces all mixed together.
Oh my gosh.
And the kitchen smelled like alcohol for the rest of the night. And so that's a chop move for this week.
Wow. Just pulling salad dressing out of the
yeah,
fridge.
so the
You
normal
can't even
activity
handle it.
normal activity here is pulling the salad dressing out of the compartment to use it for my salad, and I proceed to make an entire mess. Not only that, we had to throw away obviously like 4 decently
That's pretty
new
bad.
salad dressings.
Um,
So which one is worse?
I think that one's worse just because, like, you're just pulling salad dressing out of the fridge. Like, get it together.
Yeah.
And secondly, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was
and,
one.
and thirdly, I think the only way that you could have redeemed yourself is if you had then scooped up the mix of salad dressings that it was now created on the floor and put that on your salad. All 4 flavors.
See,
just own it.
It wouldn't have been
Like,
bad
as
if
it
it
were
wouldn't have been
intentional.
bad, but Coors Light mixed in, that it just had an interesting texture that I just wouldn't have loved.
Yeah, that
Would
water.
have made it a little oily on the salad, just
Yeah.
a little.
We'll call it Frankie's homemade vinaigrette.
I don't know what, but it took me about 20 minutes to clean up the kitchen, so that was cool.
That sucks.
So that was
that sucks.
So that was the chop move of the week. And don't forget to message us on Instagram at Chop Podcast. Slide in those DMs. Drop your chop move of the week.
Or email us, choppodcast@gmail.com. I got to put the email plug in there.
And
we have 2 forms. You can hit us on both.
Yeah. Or one is fine. We'll take one.
Yeah, any of them, really.
But so that's chop move of the week, and we look forward to hearing from you guys.
Yeah, any chop move, just send them in.
And the next topic we're going to go to, Jeff, you want to get us started with this one?
Okay, I can do that. So we're going to cover the right kind of politics. And I think we have a couple things that we need to address today. But we're going to start off... I apologize if I say the name wrong because I apparently always say it wrong.
Omarosa.
Omarosa? I say Omarosa every time. Like, oh man.
I used to be a big Celebrity Apprentice guy back in the day.
So Omarosa, what's her full name? She has two last names, right? Omarosa Manijo Newman.
She's
right?
just known as one. Just one name.
Just Omarosa.
She's the one name wonder.
So Omarosa, she's been a part of, Trump's
Used
entourage.
to be on The Apprentice.
Yeah,
and then she was hired by him.
Was hired as part of his campaign, and then was recently fired. I don't remember the reason why she was let go. I'll be honest.
I'm not sure.
I haven't followed it.
I think she
too
just
closely.
wasn't getting the job done.
Oh, well.
Okay, which is interesting.
But anyway, as it's coming out, apparently she
taped everything.
And made a record of everything. Smart woman for doing that, I would say. And she is, making all of this known in her book, which is titled Unhinged.
And one of the biggest revelations.
One of the biggest ones is that when he was, during his tenure on The Celebrity Apprentice, Apparently, he frequently used a racial slur, the N-word, which is, a doozy, backstage all the time. I don't know whether it was referring to a contestant or just someone in general. Either way, like, he shouldn't be saying that. But using it quite frequently.
Never appropriate.
And it was denied, of course, but she supposedly has tapes. And then also on top of this, I guess his entourage, his party, said that disputed the claim, and then it comes out that it's also rumored that there's another tape of his campaign staffers during the 2016 campaign saying, we need to cover this up because if this gets out, like this tape gets out that he's using this, like we're done.
Right.
And
so the main point here is that she has a video, she has a recording of these staffers talking about how they're going to cover this up.
Supposedly,
him saying the N-word,
and she talks about it in her book. And there's people saying she just released the book to get herself platforms because she can then go on TV shows, late night TV shows,
right,
and whatnot, and say here's the plug for my book, but in reality this is what was actually going on, and that's what the people really want to hear. Nobody
but the question I would say to those people is, Jeff, when is the last time you have heard or been in a room or just seen an instance where people just started talking about something they needed to cover up that never actually happened? You ever seen an situation like that?
No, I can't say that I have.
So that
it seems pretty damning.
Yeah, I mean they're either the biggest geniuses in this world that this world has ever seen, or they're just very dumb and they got caught. And it's just kind of that simple.
And I think
it's either they're just talking about some made up thing for no reason, which would just make them so bizarre that you can't trust them, or they're just lying.
Games. They're playing mind games.
Yeah, or they're just lying, and it's hard to trust people when they lie.
What's
like
more
that,
likely,
too.
honestly?
I don't know, but this is a good point for me to clear the air.
Yeah, you've gotten a lot of comments.
So a lot of people have asked me, they're like, or have made comments that I'm a Trump supporter, and I want to dispute that heavily. I'm definitely not a Trump supporter, and we list this podcast as satirical, and this is one of the segments why it's satirical, and just in the name in itself, right kind of politics. It's kind of a play on words there. And I just want to dispute that I'm definitely not a Trump fan, and I kind of just poke fun at the right side.
Yeah.
And so I'm sorry if I was not clear enough. Maybe I need to work on my satire.
Hey, this is good practice.
I need to work on my jokes, I guess, clearly, because I guess I wasn't very convincing.
Yeah, you are. You got a lot of comments saying people quite frustrated with you.
But Donald Trump is not my president. I know you guys have all wanted to hear that. Well, he is my president, but he's not.
Like as a technicality, legally, yes. Does not
but,
support.
I mean, there's no room for this accusation, and I can't even play the right side here on this one. And I felt this was a perfect one for me to come out and address this, because you can't even joke around with stuff like this.
Hey, the dude's just racist.
I mean, you just can't have people. You just can't have people like this in office. And the sad truth is that the reason he won is because there's a lot of Americans out there that are like him, and they believe this kind of stuff.
It's unfortunate.
And they say stuff like this.
And
this is taking a serious turn, but it's just it's sad, and you hate to see it, really.
Yeah, it's a lot of people like him, or a lot of people who disagree with him, but either agree with some other of his policies. Usually, the economic policies is the Republican Party support,
right? Which those are the only people that,
or they don't think their vote matters, and so they just don't do anything about it. Like I saw a stat the other day, and it was like I forget what the exact percentage is, but it was astounding. Like if did not vote was a candidate, they would have gotten like 85% of the popular vote. Like if everybody who could vote.
Yeah, I love that.
Like basically, it was like about 15 or 20% of the population actually voted for the president. man. It's like, come on, people.
Yeah,
that's a joke.
It's
First
not
of
good.
all, if you don't like a candidate, like, write someone in, but at least go and vote.
Tough
Like,
to
that's your
get
right.
someone that represents you if just everyone
Or
in your,
vote for yourself.
in your
if
district
you feel
just
like
don't
you know better than everybody
just
else.
don't
Put yourself.
vote. Tough to get people that represent you in your district if you just don't vote.
Yeah.
That is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to be a genius to figure that one out. If you do not vote and a bunch of your friends and people that live around you do not vote, it's hard to get people to support things that you want to be supported in your area.
Yeah.
And then that moves obviously to
You
a national
believe it or
scale.
not, you actually need to have a representative in a representative democracy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how some things work, Jeff. And
Well, there's one other topic I can smell a transition coming in, Frankie, and you can't wait. But the other thing I think that we need to at least touch on is, because we were talking about this before the show started here, the Mueller investigation, man. What the hell's going on? Is this guy ever gonna release?
you know, I don't
What's
know
the-
what
what's-
is. Honestly, and I follow this kind of stuff actually a decent amount. Most of my day just consists of listening to podcasts about this, like just news podcasts, and constantly hear about the Mueller investigation. And it's just like, if you're going to do something, just do it. I mean, it's just, this has gone on long enough. And we were talking earlier, the problem is that no matter what Mueller says, half of the country isn't going to believe that it's true. You know? I mean, it's just going to be fake news, even though he's probably conducted research and investigations for, over thousands of hours. It's fake news. And it's just, it's going to be hard to really do anything in this country that would potentially hurt, Trump moving forward. I mean, it's just going to be tough to really get anything done. That's really just my take on this.
Yeah.
The conservatives, they hold Congress, they hold power in the Congress, the courts, the president. I mean, it's just going to be tough for Mueller, no matter what he has, it's going to be tough.
And I think he has a lot.
And if he has a lot, he should just start releasing some of it here, because this is just getting out of control.
I'm personally of the opinion that I think he has more than just Trump. I think he has the whole GOP.
Well,
is coming crashing down. But either way, even if he's completely right,
the grand old party,
and the grand old party is grand old cheaters. Anyway,
we're not biased or anything.
No.
Hey, Matt. So moving on, Jeff, what restaurant am I gonna review tonight?
I gotta be honest.
You haven't thought about it.
I don't remember. Did we already do Phillies?
We have not done Phillies.
All right, because I knew I was saving it, but I couldn't remember if we did it earlier.
This is gonna be a nice plug for my guys down at Phillies.
Frankie's favorite restaurant, I think, right?
Everyone knows that I love Phillies. Phillies is a little spot in Norwich, the Rose, and it's originally a cheesesteak place. And so the cheesesteaks are not bad. I'm not gonna say that they're out of this world, because they're not. I don't want to lie to our listeners. The cheesesteaks are good. There's not tons of places around here that serve great cheesecakes.
Well, that's not true at all.
The
Cheesecake Factory.
Well, that's not really around here, but yes, Cheesecake
Close
Factory
enough.
is great. Cheese steaks, sorry. So yes, their cheesesteaks are decent. They're not bad. That's it's a fair play there. But the absolute go-to move at Phillies are the buffalo chicken fries.
Oh, you can't go
And
wrong.
they're the simplest creation one of the simplest creations I've ever seen. Outside of pizza, that's obviously great. But
Yeah, I
buffalo chicken fries, they're just French fries, buffalo chicken strips cut up, diced up, thrown on top of the fries. Throw a little ranch on top, or if you like blue cheese, they can do blue cheese too. Throw a little dressing on top, then do a little pepper on top of the dressing and the tenders. You mix it all around. I mean, it's fantastic. $7.75, you get the buffalo chicken fries, and honestly, they're kind of like a meal. There's a decent amount of them.
Yeah, it's got the protein, it's got the starch.
You got the Yeah, exactly. You got the flavor, the protein, the starch, and it's not like a small side order of fries.
No, they give you a good portion.
It's a big plate full of fries, And so, yeah, that's my absolute go-to at Philly's. If you want to go both the original cheesesteak and the buffalo chicken fries, that's when it starts to get up to about $15, $16, which, sounds like a lot, but if you think about food nowadays, how much it really is to eat out, it's getting absolutely ludicrous how much it is to eat out. I mean,
Frankie's declaring bankruptcy at this point.
I'm getting close because it's just out of control. But I mean, for $16 you can have a cheesesteak and the fries, and you're definitely full after that.
That's not bad.
And so that's what I would, that's my take on Philly's.
The last time
I would absolutely recommend Philly's.
I love it. The last time I went there, we did a fantasy football draft there, and there were about 15 of us. You might have been there. I don't remember.
No, basketball. This was for the basketball summer league.
Oh, it was a summer league.
And you
I
went
thought it was
first
our
pick.
Nation football league. Yeah, I was. Thanks. I didn't even have to say it. First overall pick. I was a bust because I broke my collarbone.
You were the Greg Oden of the draft.
Yeah,
except with the
I
collarbone.
immediately got hit with an injury, but it was pretty interesting because we took every
I
single
was the Steph
chair.
Curry of the draft because I think I went late and we won the league.
Did you go
hands down? Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, my team didn't have me. I broke my collarbone. Best rebounder in the league. Anyway, we'll discuss that at a later date, perhaps after the show in the parking lot. But it was pretty funny to see all of the chairs in the entire restaurant being taken by our
Yeah,
group.
very small place. It's one of those places you want to just I mean, it's nice, it's clean inside, but it's just one of those places you want to go, get the food to go, come home and watch. Football season's coming up. Watch football all day on the couch.
Yeah.
Your little pickup
Do they
to
deliver?
go. They do not deliver.
Oh.
Which that would be
They're working on it.
huge if they deliver.
I don't know if they're working on it.
2K
but they're probably
Blindy
working
works
on
there
it.
now.
Oh, does he?
So follow him
Congrats.
follow him on Twitter, 2K Blindy. He works at Philly's. He's currently cleaning out a lot of the stoves and the frying pans with
of ranch dressing.
with the fried onions and the mushrooms and all that stuff,
Nice.
and the grease from
Nice.
the Cheese Whiz. So yeah, he's having fun with that. Maybe they could throw him in a car, have him deliver. That'd be
great.
That would be big time.
And before we move on, I think there's one thing that would also be nice to get your opinion on. I think the viewers would appreciate it. It's a long-standing debate. I don't know your opinion on this. Who's got the better French fries, McDonald's or Burger King?
Oh.
Lay it down. Lay it down for me.
And here's the thing. I think I'm going to upset a lot of listeners with this answer.
Don't even say Arby's.
No. I'm going to stick to the question. And the answer is Burger King.
No.
And this is
Stop.
why. No, this is why I will explain. The answer is Burger King, and it's because McDonald's. Okay, if you get McDonald's French fries and they're burning hot right out of the frying pan, they got a tiny bit of salt on there. Those things are good. Not gonna lie, those are big time French fries, best fast food French fries if they're steaming hot. But Jeff, how often are McDonald's French fries steaming hot?
They're pretty soggy.
Never. The answer is never. I've probably had steaming hot French fries from McDonald's probably one time in the last 30. It was probably 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And you know what I said to myself? I was like, wow, these are good. And I went back the next day and they were cold and soggy again. And the reason Burger King is better is not because their French fry cut is actually better than McDonald's cuts. The Burger King cut is a little thicker and whatever, but the Burger King French fries are hot almost every time.
Yeah.
And so they're a lot better. It's just the consistency thing with me.
Right.
So I'm going Burger King all day.
My grandpa has the key to success in this one. I think I may have told you this before. To combat the soggy fries, because they just let them sit there in the fryer all day, he requests fries with no salt on them.
Oh, so they have to cook
So
them.
they have to cook a new batch. And
like
everybody
that.
hates him for it because then he takes the fries without salt, walks over to the condiment counter, and puts his own salt on them.
That's such a power move.
Yeah.
That is an absolute power
It's
move.
pretty amazing to see.
I like that.
As he walks out with about 50 napkins in hand.
I'm
too.
gonna try that the next time. That's actually
That's the key to success.
It's innovative right
Yeah,
there. That
yeah.
really is. And you know what else is innovative, Jeff?
What's that, Frank?
Is fake butts. And the reason I'm saying this is because Hollywood
I did not expect that.
Hollywood for Dummies. First headline, Brazilian butt doctor known as Dr. Bum Bum hit with murder charge over patient's death. So a lot of things to go through here. First of all, doctor's name is Dr. Bum Bum.
All right, my first thought on this is, do you think he's a celebrity where, he has a show, Dr. Bum Bum? I mean, I suspect that might be the case. Or do you think it's like a family nickname? Like, he calls himself Dr. Bum Bum, and everybody in the local neighborhood calls him Dr. Bum Bum. It's like a given name.
I think he's more like on a celebrity scale.
Yeah?
And they're giving him that name.
I hope that's the case. Otherwise...
I mean, this is something that is Brazilians are well known.
They have nice butts.
For their big, nice butts. And
apparently they're fake.
And yeah, apparently they're fake, and 99% of them are being done by Dr. Bum Bum. But here, he's hit with a murder charge over a patient's death.
It's got to be like medical malpractice, right? I mean,
I got to think he was just going a little too hard.
But yeah, how does that even happen? Infection?
He was trying to get this girl, maybe 50,000 more Instagram followers. And he's like, we gotta get these.
And it was too big.
Yeah, we gotta get these follows up. So here we go. Yeah, this might be dangerous, but do you know what 50,000? Then 50,000 leads to 100,000. That leads to 1 million Instagram followers. Do you know what a million Instagram followers can do for an Instagram model? I don't know what, but
something.
But I'm gonna guess something. And he took that chance, and it really backfired on him.
Do you think that he did Kim Kardashian's fake butt? If you had to guess. She a fan of Dr. Bum Bum?
I don't know. I just...
Or is it like a mutual respect?
No, see, I don't...
They're both in the industry.
I don't think she would go to someone who maybe is a bigger celebrity than her.
Ooh, shots fired.
You know what I mean? And in Brazil, he might be a bigger celebrity than her.
Oh, yeah, in Brazil, yeah.
And so I don't know if she's, I don't know if she's about that. So I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Although he should be, whoever did that should be murder. Should be charged with murder.
Yeah, it looks like she's wearing a diaper.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's bad. I feel bad for the patient. I think their butt probably exploded.
This is just an interesting topic here. All
right, what's the next one?
So we'll move on. So next one, Klay Thompson erupts, cusses a dude out over a violent foul in a pickup game.
When did that happen?
I don't know. Well, recently. But
why is it news? I feel like that happens every time I go down to the rec.
Yeah,
Some dude's cussing you out for fouling him.
I mean, what do we think about this?
I think Klay Thompson's pretty soft.
I think he's a big softy, right?
Yeah, come on. Don't be such a pansy.
Like,
Okay, hold on.
First of all, dude, don't be going so hard in a pickup game that you're going to get fouled hard enough that you're going to get upset about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're one of the best players in the NBA. Like, if you're
That's
playing
a hot take right there.
He's good.
Anyway,
I mean,
he's good. He's good.
He's
good
a
two-way.
top 25 player for sure.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
So I mean, if you're playing a pickup game outside, I think it was outside.
How violent was the foul?
Like, how hard are you going, dude? He should just be camping out on the 3-point line, just chucking.
Now, okay. So if say somebody,
let me look
if
it
you
up
got
while
undercut,
you're talking.
I'd probably cuss somebody out too. Like if that's my job, I wouldn't undercut somebody. I would get mad at them. I'd cuss them out.
Or this is bad radio. We're watching it here. So look. So we got a street ball.
We have a grainy streamed video. This is great.
So here it is.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'd cuss. I'd cuss him out too.
So we definitely look like dummies here. So we definitely look like dummies here for sure, because we probably should have just watched the video before. I wouldn't have looked like such an idiot.
But still,
Jesus Klay Thompson was not the one who got fouled. His friend was the one who got fouled.
Oh, I didn't even know. That's sad. I didn't even notice that.
Well, that's terrible on your part.
It was pretty grainy. I just want to say it was like, 240.
So Klay Thompson didn't even get fouled. His friend got fouled. It was a pretty vicious foul. The guy just totally undercut him.
Yeah, that was nasty.
So yeah, you know what? It takes a bigger person to admit when they're wrong and change their opinion. And I'm going to be that bigger person. I was wrong. I got it wrong. I was misinformed. Actually, I wasn't informed at all. That's my fault. I take full responsibility. You know what, Klay Thompson? He did the right thing here. He was looking out for one of his boys.
I agree with that.
And our final Hollywood for Dummies headline: Pregnant Hillary Duff wants her baby to hurry it on up already.
Isn't she like 45 at this point?
I have
How
no
old is she?
idea how old Hillary Duff is.
Still having babies, huh?
Still having babies. What do you think about this line?
No, she's probably only like in her 30s. She was on Disney Channel when we were kids, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to look it up because...
No, not worth it.
Yeah, no, she's probably... I would say, if I had to guess, Hillary Duff, I'm going to say 29. 29.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I said 45.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't age well.
No, 29.
Hurry it on up. Be careful what you wish for, Hillary.
Yeah.
That's like asking for karma to deliver a preemie baby.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I get
Hillary,
it.
let's pump the brakes a little bit. This is a kid we got here.
Listen. You've been without a kid your whole life. And I don't know if this is her first kid, but like you're gonna have
Jeff,
to take.
do you know what it's like to carry a baby, though?
I don't want to know. Got to be honest.
And
it seems like
yes,
a pretty major annoyance.
She needs to calm down. She needs to just say, "Okay, I'm gonna relax. It will happen when it happens."
You're gonna have to deal with this thing for the rest of your life, Hillary. Pump the brakes.
Hey, you might as well let it go a little longer without it crying in your ear all night.
Yeah.
You know.
Enjoy the 8 hours of sleep that you're getting now because they're about to disappear.
Exactly.
And this is all under the assumption that she doesn't have any kids. She might have kids already. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think she has kids.
Nah,
she wouldn't make a statement like this.
29? No way.
So that's Hollywood for Dummies. Hollywood was a little slow the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we didn't.
Good
headlines.
I was really looking for some good headlines. I just couldn't find anything.
We comb the gossip columns pretty thoroughly, and they really don't pump out like you would think they would. You know, you always see the tabloids on the side of the aisle for the the grocery store. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah,
it's New York Daily News. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And so you'd think they were like pumping them out all the time, but apparently there's just not a huge amount to talk about.
Yeah, but you know what we should be talking about, Jeff?
Your next travel trip, Frankie? I think so.
No, your next travel trip, which is brought to us by Feel Good Films. Have you ever had a bad day, Jeff?
I have them every once in a while. Things are being good right now.
That's good.
But I relate. To hear it. I relate.
We're going to stay positive. Hopefully you don't have a bad day.
Never again. No.
And you know what? You have a good day. It sounds like you've had a lot of good days.
I want to keep it going. I want to keep it a positive.
You want to keep it going. You want a good laugh. You want to smile. Go to YouTube. Click that channel filter. Search Feel Good Films. Watch a few of those videos. I think there's only like 2 or 3.
There's only 2.
I think there's only 2 videos
There's
up
a couple
there.
in production, I know. I don't know what stage of production they're at, but
so there's only 2 videos up there. So watch those 2 videos.
But watch that space because he's coming. He's coming onto the scene.
He's coming hard when he comes, and so just watch a few of those videos, and it'll really brighten up your day.
All right.
And so Jeff,
I'm gonna try to brighten people's day right now. Let me give you a good travel trip, Frankie.
So Jeff, spin that globe.
I'm gonna spin it. Hit the mic one more time. Watch your tone, Francis. Spin the globe. Globe is spinning. Let's see where Frankie ends up. Let's see. You're in the middle of the ocean. Spin it again. Spin it again. Pacific Ocean is very large, people. Don't judge the man. He's got his eyes closed. Oh boy.
Colombia. I was here.
Oh, I slid it. I slid
Bogota.
I'm not gonna lie. I slid the globe out from underneath him.
Bogota.
Colombia. Oh, well. You threw me off. I was like, wait a minute. Bogota is not a country. What are you talking about, sir?
It's the capital. We know that that's the capital.
You know how we know, Frank? Tell them how we know.
We know this because, well, for a few reasons. I know this because of Spanish class all through high school.
Yeah.
Bogota was always a place that they talked about, and our teacher always had to say, that's the capital of Colombia. And I was like, of course I know that because I know all the world capitals because I'm a nerd. But you know else we know this is from Narcos. We were big Narcos guys. And Colombia, the capital, featured prominently in the second season.
Yeah. Especially the district of Medellin.
Yes. Well, that's separate from Bogota.
Oh, I thought the whole time through the show, I thought that was like just a neighborhood in Bogota.
No, I think Medellin is
Is its own
Medellin
town?
is in its own region,
Oh,
which was run by
wow! I really need to
none
go back.
other than Sir Pablo.
Sir, he was knighted.
Sir
I
Pablo.
really need to go back and watch the show. I guess maybe it's because I skipped the first season.
That's that's probably why. Jeff decided to just start watching the second season because it was just that good.
Well, either way, we'll start
Is that
off.
coming on soon? That should come on soon.
I think no. They just had the. Didn't they just have the third season?
Last year, around the fall.
Has it been a year?
Yeah.
Wow, time flies.
But all right, what are we doing?
Anyway,
3 nights, 4 days, Colombia. What are we doing,
3
Jeff?
nights, 4 days. We're going to start out in Bogota. I'm assuming that's where the biggest airport is. You're flying in. You're not taking a boat. You're flying. Bogota,
that.
Colombia. It turns out it is car free. No cars
In Bogota?
in Bogota.
Wow.
Yeah. All their roads have been turned into cycleways.
Huh.
So you're renting a bicycle and you're going around town. Enjoy it. You're seeing the capital city. You're.
Get a little leg workout in.
I'm
in
saying
the
you're going
meantime.
with one other person. I'm not specifying significant other. I'm not specifying friend. I'm not specifying stranger you've never met before that you ran into at the airport. I'm just saying go with someone else. Cycle around, or if you're feeling cool or dangerous, skateboard around Bogota. Maybe a longboard. I don't know.
Saw, dude.
Saw, dude. But enjoy it. Enjoy Bogota. I'm sure there's a lot of things to see. I always say try the local food. John can bite me regarding that. And then while we're there, Bogota, as you know, all up the western side of South America is the Andes Mountains. And sure enough, Bogota is featured prominently.
The Andes
Mountains-
stretch that far, huh?
Yeah, they go the whole distance. I'm pretty sure, like coast to coast, south coast to north coast. But Bogota is up in the Andes, so while we're there, we're gonna go up and we're gonna hike and we're gonna see some sights. It's gonna be beautiful. So
You do love hiking.
I think
Hiking has been prominently featured on this podcast.
I've been criticized by packing too much into these trips because I frequently say, "Oh, hike a mountain and also go scuba diving in the exact same day."
Why not?
Which is not very realistic unless you're scuba diving at night. But this one you can actually do. Cycle around Bogota for an hour and then go for a hike and take a glimpse of the city from up high. It's going to be beautiful. And while you're there, first night, check out the nightlife.
Oh, you gotta
We're
go.
mixing it up. We
gotta.
always wait third night.
No,
We're
you're going first night.
Bogota.
I think we're gonna go out every night in Colombia. It seems like a good place to
It
go
seems,
out.
well, yeah, I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
And then this one I am going to have a tough time pronouncing, and I apologize for it, but I wrote it down. You're going to check out the Salt Cathedral of Zipaquirá?
Zipaquirá.
Wira? I don't know how that's pronounced. I took French.
Zipaquirá. I think it's Zipaquirá.
Either way, it's a cathedral made of salt.
Huh.
It's in Zipaquirá is the city.
Is it
I don't know how to
suburb
pronounce
of Bogota?
it. No.
No.
It's
Oh,
its own,
okay.
like Medellin.
Oh, okay.
It's its own thing. But it's a cathedral made of salt, created in 1954. It was just carved out of the mountain. Go check that out. Religion is something that's big in Colombia, and it's part of their local culture. Go,
Bold move.
enjoy it, and that seems like it'd be cool. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it actually does seem kind of cool.
I would do it. So that's the second day. You're going.
A little religious day.
Visiting a new city and immersing yourself in the culture. Third day, actually, you know what? We'll make it a round trip.
Okay.
So third day, third night, and then fourth day, bringing you back into Bogota. We're gonna go into the Amazon because if you're in South America, you got to check it out. Amazon rainforest covers most of the continent. Maybe go canoeing down some of the rivers in the Amazon. Just watch out. Is it alligators or crocodiles?
I think
or caiman.
I think it's got to be crocodiles.
You think? I thought that was Africa. I don't know. Watch out for the water reptiles. They will eat you. But go canoeing, explore the Amazon, and
A little zip lining. Could do a little zip lining, right?
I don't know if there's zip lining in the Amazon. But,
No?
I mean, if you come across it, do it.
Okay.
But yeah, I would recommend a 2-day hike through the Amazon. You don't have to go deep because, you can go in and never come back out.
Right.
So be careful. Go with a guide. But go deep into the Amazon. I just said don't go deep, but you know what I mean. Go into the Amazon.
Safely go deep.
And after camp the third night in the
Okay.
Amazon, because what an experience that must be.
Yep.
And then fourth day, turn it back around. Go a different way. Don't go back the exact same way you came. Make a loop of it. And bring yourself back to Bogota, catch an evening flight out. Boom, that's your trip. You visited Colombia. You saw the capital city. You went for a hike. Got some majestic views. Got to see some of the local culture. And you saw the natural wonder that is the Amazon, Colombia. Wonderful place to go.
Jeff, that's well done. That is a
thank
nice,
you.
concise 3 nights, 4-day trip to Colombia. I'm interested you left Medellin out, though.
I wouldn't go there. Like, I personally don't. I don't know if it's still like that, but headquarters of a drug lord who pretty much ruled the world with his cocaine empire. I don't want to mess with that.
El Limon?
Limon, yeah,
You
I dressed as him for Halloween. Little trivia there for you.
You might throw that one up on
I have
the
long hair,
Chop
turned it into a
podcast.
mullet. Might have to.
Yeah, that was you pulled off Limon like an absolute
White
baller.
guy.
Like a baller. There might be room for Limon in Medellin, but definitely not for the person you're traveling with. Probably
not.
Stay clear of that
Probably
place.
not.
Yeah. All right, and so we're going to transition. We don't have a transition, so we're just going to move on to Spielberg's sound system.
You didn't set one up? Oh.
No, I couldn't.
Well, we're doing something special today, so that's good enough.
We're doing
right?
something special, a little commemoration for one of the greats, Aretha Franklin.
You know what it is.
It's RESPECT.
What you want? Baby, I got it.
That's respect. And the first line, and we're going to do
I
something.
already said it.
We're going to do something a
I
little
delivered
different.
it. I nailed it.
You did deliver it. We're going to do something a little different tonight.
Yeah.
Jeff and I are going to co-construct a movie. We're going to pick out actors, actresses, and we're gonna make one cohesive movie instead of usually our just thrown.
Yep. Give
Thrown
Aretha
together
and
attempts.
Steven Spielberg our combined efforts the respect that they deserve.
Absolutely.
And you have any ideas? Because I got to be honest, I didn't think about it.
I got nothing really popping off the page here, but the first line is what you want. So, what you want.
Baby, I got it. Are we leaving that out?
Baby, I got it is not technically.
That's not the first line. You're right. We got to build it off of that. It's not much to go off of. My
What
first
you
thought.
want.
I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how you feel.
I
about
want to
it.
win the lottery.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. I was gonna say genie in a bottle, but I'm cool with that. Aladdin already did it anyway. So
Okay.
all right. So we won the lottery.
So we won the lottery.
Not us.
So
somebody in the movie. The plot line.
So what you want? So they open their birthday card. No, you know what they do? They get a message from a family member saying, "What do you want for your birthday? You got a birthday coming up. Right?
Oh, I like that.
What do you want?" And so you know what you respond with? "I want to win the lottery."
Just sarcastic,
And so your family member.
I'm thinking that the main character, would guy or girl.
Let's go girl.
All right,
let's mix
girl.
it up a little bit.
I'm thinking she works hard. She probably lives in a city. Times are kind of tough because she works so often.
Yeah, she was working really she had a long day that day. She gets this
Being
email.
sarcastic.
She gets this email or postcard. I don't know what she receives from the family member. She's like, you know what I want? I want to win the lottery. I want to win the goddamn lottery. And her friend gets it. Friend goes to buy her a ticket.
What do you think happens?
And that ticket wins.
It wins. It's the Powerball, $600 million lump sum.
Lump sum, taxes taken out.
I think it's like 30.
Although the taxes now on the wealthy are down, so
She might be.
so probably 500 million instead of like
Is it capital
400
gains?
million.
How is that?
You could
we
probably,
don't know.
You could
We don't
probably
know.
hide that too. But so 500 million we'll go with. So she wins, and what is she doing with that money, Jeff? I know I already talked about my lottery. I don't want to do my lottery. We want to do something different here.
I'm gonna draw on some inspiration from the Bucket List here. One of my favorite movies. Well, it's like top 30.
I don't even think I've seen 30 movies.
No, I've seen 30 movies in the past 35 weeks. But I think she starts spending lavishly, buys herself a house in the countryside, goes and travels and all this stuff,
Okay.
and starts buying all kinds of material goods, and does all this in a year. Crazy
Okay.
things, buys supercars, all that, and then realizes that she's still not happy.
And you know why she's not happy?
Why?
Because she needs a man.
No, I wasn't going for that. She's a strong, independent woman. She don't need no man. But you know what? Let's bring a man.
She needs a man, and you know why? Because you know who's going to pick up this movie? The Hallmark Channel.
Oh, I like that.
So the Hallmark Channel picks up this movie.
Does that mean we can't have any big name actors?
Oh, we can still have big names.
All right, it's
Hallmark.
It's
Hallmark,
a high budget.
one of
film.
Hallmark's movie just went big, so they got a big,
High budget.
yeah, they got a big
High budget. All
payday, and so they can hire some big time actors and actresses.
Okay.
And so so the premise is that she might win the lottery, she might have all this money, but without her soulmate, she's not completely happy. And so, what are you thinking about for actors and actresses?
So are we leaving it there? How does she meet the soulmate?
We'll finish it. But first
okay.
we need
Well,
to-
let's
yeah.
establish a baseline here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking because I saw a great movie with my girlfriend last night. We watched on Netflix, a Netflix original, Like Father. I'd really recommend it. And that stars Kristen Bell. And you know what? I think she's perfect for the role.
Kristen
I'll
Bell.
pull up here's an image just to get the juices flowing. That's her.
Oh, okay. I know.
Yeah,
I
you
know
recognize
Kristen
her.
Bell, yeah.
I think she
Okay, so Kristen Bell is
is the woman who wins the lottery.
okay. She's the lottery winner.
The friend. Do we care who the friend is?
Yeah, I think we care.
Okay.
Let's go with Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I dig it. Maybe more like an aunt at this point. She's getting up there. Older friend.
Yeah, like an aunt. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, Kristen Bell, and who's the young gentleman that she's gonna meet?
Let's go with I don't know. Let's go with Jeremy Piven.
What in tarnation?
Oh, wait till you see who Jeremy Piven is, Jeff.
I'm looking it up. Get mad. Oh, Ari. Ari. I'm an idiot.
Ari Gold, Jeremy Piven.
For those who have seen Entourage,
Do you love the Jeremy Piven or no?
I do.
Okay.
Is he a douche like in Entourage? Or?
No, he's a really nice guy. He's like a very,
Okay, I like
very
it. Let's roll with
educated man that she meets at the local coffee shop down the road from her
No,
house.
he's working at a soup kitchen.
Okay, down the
he's a
road
good
from
guy.
her house in the countryside.
Makes sense.
No, like the closest city. The
Yeah,
nearest
suburbs.
City.
We're in suburbs.
Yeah, she goes in. She goes into this. Into the city, getting coffee in the morning, and she sees this guy working with the at the soup kitchen. Is that what you said? Or the
I
homeless
said
shelter?
soup kitchen.
Yeah.
I said soup kitchen.
Soup kitchen. Okay, and so then what happens?
She wants to impress him, so she donates maybe.
Ooh, okay.
And but he just sees her as some stuck-up rich woman.
Right, who's just trying to throw her money around.
Yeah,
and
so
show,
she
how
can feel good
I
about herself,
am,
and he's totally not interested in her at all. And then she finds out that she actually needs to care, to give a heck about people.
I like that.
And that's what's going to impress this guy.
And so instead of giving her money, she decides to devote her time to working at the soup kitchen.
Yep.
And eventually, over time, this is a movie, so it's going to be a fairy tale.
One thing leads to another.
And she finds the love of her life.
Plot twist: she finds out that he actually won the lottery years ago,
and he's doing the same. And
he's
doing this.
He's doing the same thing
and
to impress.
And they were both looking. They were both missing this one thing.
Yeah.
And this is what brought them together, and then they end up living happily ever after.
Boom.
And then we got to finish it off. They
Okay.
get married. Where is their wedding? Sticking in line with the plot of the movie, where would they get married?
The tax office.
The tax office. I was thinking at the soup kitchen.
Yeah, it makes sense. And the justice of the peace is the cook.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
And it's
I
a
love
very
it.
modest wedding, and you look at this wedding, and you would have no idea that these are two of the richest people. Well, not
And let's
So yeah, two of the richest people probably in the United States.
do we add an element of humor? The cook is Terry Crews.
Well, I love that.
Yeah. All right.
I love that because, Jeremy Piven has that wild, funny side
Right.
that he can go to.
He can.
But he
roll
really
with it.
plays this nice, down to earth, very educated man.
What you want, Hallmark. Pick it up.
And that sounded pretty good.
It's we
That's-
worked on it. That was good.
Yeah,
I like
sounded
that.
pretty good. I think
Hallmark, contact us. Chop Podcast. Contact us on Instagram.
moving forward, I think that's the way we should do Spielberg's sound system.
actually submit them. I like that.
Because
Stay
that
tuned.
sounded good.
Stay tuned, fans. We're gonna get something in the works.
And Jeff, in these times of turmoil in politics in our country, there's only one thing I constantly think about.
What's that?
If you were president, what would you do?
If I were this president, I'd step down.
Okay.
But no. If in all seriousness, I don't know that I'd want to be president. Seems pretty stressful.
Seems
But
like a
if-
no-win situation.
But if I were president, we got a little serious earlier, and I'm gonna get a little serious now, and I hope you guys roll with that. And you don't really have a choice.
I mean, they could turn it off.
They
but
could. Don't do that. Do not.
There's a surprise at the end.
Yes. So stay tuned. I would ban creationism from schools. Let's just
explain.
stop.
Some of our listeners might
Okay,
not know what
okay,
that
okay.
means. So explain that a little bit.
So for the people who are still stuck in the Stone Age and don't think evolution is real, in actual
You mean God didn't just create a person?
did not just create a person 2,000 years ago.
Why not?
He was bored or something. I don't know. Didn't want to. Wasn't in the mood.
Wow.
I don't
Okay.
know. But in actual science classrooms, we teach real science with fact-based evidence and things that can be, empirically tested,
Yeah, you need
such
to have
as
a hypothesis.
such as
Then
evolution.
you need to test it. Yeah.
So at least here in the Northeast, we teach real science. The things that make kids actually learn how to think. But in other places in the nation, they teach, I think typically in parochial schools.
What do you think? What do you think would be the name of a subject that is fake science?
Astrology,
Okay.
because it's fake science.
Okay. Oh, is that? Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah, it took me a second. Okay.
But they teach creationism, which is the religious story that of Genesis and all that jazz. And it's just wrong. It's not science, but they teach kids that that's
Jeff,
how the
you
universe
never
was
know,
created.
Jeff. That could have happened.
I mean, we know. Yeah,
You
okay.
never know.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
You don't want to get me going. I'm a nerd.
So if I were president, not that any of you probably care, but
I think you'd be a good president, actually.
but I'm too loyal to be president.
Loyal to who?
I'm just loyal to the people I like. And
It
I would
seems to be working for the current president.
yeah, that's true, but some people just don't like them, don't love them. But I would declare that every competition in the United States, starting from a young age, there must be a winner. Okay, there's no ending in ties. There's no playoffs in a local sports league or at a dance recital. There's no winner. Okay, there needs to be a winner.
So how do you feel about participation trophies?
I hate them.
Okay.
And we were having this discussion earlier. For someone who is definitely liberal, this is like the one topic that brings me a little more to the center. Is because of
This is your political stand.
Is because of just don't be so soft, people. And this is just one of the things that really, I mean, come on, guys. Life is a competition.
So learn how to do
You
it.
go through life, and everything in life is a competition. So learn how to compete from a young age. You get these people that just can't compete, and it's terrible. You're going to compete, and you're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot of the time. But you need to learn how to compete, and then when you win, it makes it that much better. And I just think, I used to play Little League baseball, and you'd play 15 games, and then there's no playoffs.
Oh, that's trash.
What are we playing for?
Yeah.
I mean, what are we playing for if there's no playoffs?
Yeah, that's trash.
And then they have dance recitals, and, people work all year for this dance recital at the end of the year, and there's no, first place. Why not? What are you working towards if there's no winner?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
you're a fan of Bring It On, the cheer movies.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, there must be a winner. That's really just if I were president, I would make sure that all competitions have a winner.
All right. You were talking about this a little earlier, and I was kind of gonna go off on you a little bit because I don't believe in participation trophies. I guess in a way I kind of do. I think that everybody who at least participates in an event or something should be given some type of memento. Give them a button or something to say they were there.
Okay.
That way they feel good about having actually.
Yeah, but what if their parents just signed them up?
Okay, still the same thing. Still applies. I mean, I'm saying still tout the winner. You
Okay.
won. Put them up on a pedestal because they worked their ass off for it.
Okay.
But I think everybody deserves to at least get something, a little pin or something
So
to
you're
say
not saying
I
a trophy.
competed.
You're saying
I'm not saying a trophy.
a
I'm
little
saying,
gift bag. You go to a birthday party.
Sure,
and you
yeah.
get a gift bag.
Yeah,
or something.
I want them to be you know what, that was fun. I
Or you
participated.
go to a bar mitzvah. and you
But
get a
then
gift
still
bag.
see the winner up there and be I still want that.
Okay.
So I agree with you.
I like that. I think we can. Yeah, I think we can meet somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
So
cool
yeah,
with
I
it.
think we could maybe be president one day. Yeah.
The first ever dual presidency.
I love it. I love this.
Actually, it wouldn't be first ever. The Roman Empire used to do it, or Roman Republic used to do it all the time. The consuls, they'd have 2 kings.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. It's the best system.
Nothing could ever go wrong there.
No.
And so this brings us to the end of the show. And so we have some news for all of our listeners. Jeff, do you want to break it to our listeners what's going to happen here moving forward?
So surprise.
So surprise, this is what you waited all show for. So just to lay it out, I'm going to be studying abroad starting in 2 weeks. And so what we have decided to do is these first 10 episodes, this was season 1. And I think we've grown a little bit each episode, which is nice.
Yeah.
I think we definitely feel more comfortable each episode.
We tried not to edit or change the show too much because we wanted to establish ourselves, practice
our idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
You got to learn to love our idiosyncrasies.
And it's been fun.
And so we're going to do, this is first 10 episodes. This is the last episode of season 1. And we plan to do season 2 once I return home from study abroad, because just logistically, it was just not really going to work out.
Yeah, we could do the Skype calls, but quality suffers.
The quality suffers,
do
the
it.
time change.
You're going to be partying.
Jeff's
so-
going to be teaching.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot going on. So we're going to postpone season 2 till after the new year. But there will be a few special episodes that we cannot guarantee, but just keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, we got some in the works.
We got a few special episodes up our sleeves, a few content videos up our sleeve that we're gonna try to bust out in these next couple of months. Yeah. Really, hopefully.
How does that
We
sound?
should be able to get that done. But we just want to thank our loyal listeners for listening to us every Friday morning.
Yeah, and be sure to follow us on Instagram, Chop Podcast, because that's how we're basically going to notify you guys that any other content that comes out has been published,
Any
or
new news.
or follow us on Facebook. We have a Chopping It Up page with our logo on it and whatnot.
And season 2, we're not going to make any promises, but season 2 should be on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, it will be. No, I'm promising that.
Okay,
I've already put the infrastructure
So
in
season
place.
2 will be on Apple Podcasts, so you will not have to download the Podbean app. But until then, download the Podbean app.
Yeah, it's a good app. I don't have it, but I've seen it on other people's phones, and it seems like it works pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so keep on listening. And thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.